Hey guys, I'm Captain Duck, and this is Dia Vittuts 2012 part 23, and yeah, that's Dia Vittuts. I'm going to do a one-off Dia Vittuts video about aquifers, about how to deal with aquifers, and this is going to be a one-shot video for the Dia Vittuts series. I'm not going to continue with that. I'm going to continue with snarling urns after this, but I've been in a lot of streams lately. I've been in a lot of dwarf streams on Twitch.tv, and yeah, I'm sensing that a lot of people still having problems with aquifers. So, and I think I haven't really made a video about on aquifers in a while. So why not make one? So here we have a one-shot Dia Vittuts video about dealing with aquifers, and I'm gonna cover a couple of subjects in this video. First of all, avoiding aquifers. It's going to be in the start here, and it's just way better to avoid an aquifer than to go into an area with one. And then, but there's still people who want to try going into aquifer zones. So after that, we're going to I'm going to show how to deal with them. First of all, by the freezing method, and later on, we're going to try the plug method, and even later on the rings method with multiple rings in the same layer, which is a new technique I've just learned about today, and which is also why I'm making this video. But let's get started. Let's first tell you how to avoid an aquifer, and let's use one of the worlds we generated. Region 4 is quite a large one, I think, and that should help. Let's generate lots of worlds to check for my embarks, but Region 8 is where Snarling Urns is in. So first, avoiding aquifers. First of all, aquifers, if you don't know, they are layers of ground, layers of rock or soil with water in them. And if you dig into them, water comes out, an infinite amount of water. And I've lost fortresses with this in the past, and it can be very tough to deal with them. So yeah, it's a tough trick. But you can also see them in the site selection screen. Here it says aquifer. So for new players, you won't just want to avoid them, just find a spot which doesn't have an aquifer. That's usually mountains. But yeah, for some players who actually want to embark in an evil zone or something, it can be nice to know how to get through them. But let's see how we can do that. Here's an evil zone. But there's aquifers all around. So yeah, this is a sucky spot, and this little crown here is probably a spot where I've tried a aquifer fort before and failed I think. Oh, hiccup. Anyway, let's try and find another spot. Okay, isn't that large of a world? Well, here in the south it should work as well. Because there's mountains over here. Yeah, oh, 1 second again. Okay, yeah, this area should work. Because yeah, here we have a couple of zones, and let's check around. And well, the easiest way here because there's an aquifer in the zone. There's a nice forest here. It's heavily forested, so this would be great for a fort. And well, with a river like this, it would be very nice. Because it can be tough to get around. So what we should do is embark on the border. There's mountains here in the north, and mountains usually don't have aquifers, although there can be exceptions. There are mountains which have aquifers, but they're pretty rare. But yeah, the smart thing to do would to go to a site like this, which is half mountain or has some mountain in the corner, and yeah. Also, let's have this spring in here. Let's make the zone a little bit bigger. Now, if I press F1 and F2, you can see the areas. The mountains here have shallow metals and deep metals. The other area has an aquifer. So the south of the map and the west of the map has an aquifer, but the north shouldn't have. And that's the easiest way to get around it. Well, let's show you that. Let's embark here quickly. You know what? Screw the lobsters. I'm just going to embark. This won't be a long embark. So I can show you how it actually looks like in game. And once this loads, we'll start digging in a couple of places. And the random generator has given us the name Gate Umbrel for this fort. Well, that's fine. Okay, so here we have our zone. Let's move this around a little bit, and We have apparently a little mountain in the south too, and there's even hematites in the walls and coal, so this would be a very nice fortress place. But yeah, if you remember that the left and south part of the map had the aquifer. The north part of the map, which is easily seen here by the lack of trees, like the mountain here doesn't have any trees at all, but the south part has trees, so wherever there's trees there's going to be the aquifer. Wherever there aren't trees and lots of rocks like this, there isn't going to be an aquifer. And well, let's show this. I'm going to dig in two different places. You know what? Can be probably pretty close over here. Let's first start a staircase here, and a couple of tiles to the north doing the same. Let's go deeper. That should work. That's quite a couple of levels down. Now here, below this, we're going to dig, and dig quite a couple of levels down. Now, if I unpause, my miner should go do that, and I can show you the aquifers. Well, here we already have a hit level of aquifer. While the other guy is still digging. Yeah, so let's go up a couple of levels. So here in the south zone, if I go down, 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 they have stopped digging because, well, there's damp stone located. And if I press D and move the map around, you can even see there's blue flickering on these tiles. That means there's an aquifer in here. And if I dig through this, if I make an up-down staircase in this, you'll even see the water flowing out. You should at least. Yeah, here you go. Now, you also saw that error message because the level below it was also an aquifer. So now there's water in this staircase, but that's because this level is an aquifer. If I press D again, you see all these tiles are blue and will all throw out an infinite amount of water if you dig into them, so that can be very, very hard to get around. Now in the north here, I don't have that problem. This has dug all the way down because this was in the mountain zone and not in the aquifer. So there you go, aquifer averted, problem solved. But yeah, it's not always as easy. Maybe you want to completely start in an aquifer zone. And that's where we're going to go next, but we'll have to go to a different fortress for that. But yeah, for normal people, if you want to start in an aquifer zone, make sure you're on the border of two zones, so you can go dig down in one of the safe zones and completely bypass the aquifer. That's the easiest way to get around. Now, let's abort this fortress, abandon this fortress even. It's a shame, it would have been a great spot, but fuck that. We're going to show you how to deal with it. Deal with an aquifer by freezing it. And for that we will need a colder zone. And we'll probably find a glacier or something where we can do that. Ending the game. First though, you know what, I'll pause a second. Okay, here we are again, and we're going to load a different zone this time. Zone 4 I already did, I think, or what's 11, I have no idea anymore. Doesn't matter, every world has aquifers in them, so just going to load this one, and this is apparently small world. But this will work as well. Let's find an aquifer in a very cold zone, and well, this should be one. Here's a tundra, and here is what's probably a taiga. It is cold and it is freezing near here. Let's start at the border here of the tundra and the taiga. Taiga being frozen forest, basically. I think if I'm saying that correctly. Also, there's a steppe here with sparse trees. I want a couple of trees here. There's a chair of trees, or some trees here, and there's tundra at the bottom. Yeah, tundra and taiga. Exactly. So here both of the zones are filled with an aquifer, but this is a freezing zone. It'll be very cold over here, and this should make piercing through it a lot easier. So let's embark here. Let's use this fixed embark. And yeah, forget about taking some extra lobsters with us. Just let's embark again and let's start freezing an aquifer. And now the random generator has given us the name Archbar. Sure, strike the earth. Now here's our zone. We're still at the border of two zones. Here's the north part is the taiga with all the trees, and the south part is the tundra with nothing basically. Sand, dolomite, but you can't see it because it's all covered in snow. Oh, also there's some mountains in the right part of the map. So if I dig down here, we'll probably see the aquifer again. Let's start near our cart. Go here. Go down a couple of levels. And pause. And when I might dig, he will probably find an aquifer level right here already. Let's dig through it. So we can even see if there's more. And yeah, well, there's a couple of levels here. And down here there's water. Now we're going to try and freeze this, but to do this we should expose the aquifer level to the cold air outside. And to do that, let's dig out some channels. We're going to dig a big zone. We're going to dig some holes. Now this will probably take a while. Oh, these are soil layers, so still it's a pretty big zone. You know what, I'll pause the video for a second. Okay, there we go, the hole has been dug. Now we're going to go down. We're going to do the same again. We're going to channel the inside, keep channeling it down. And we're not in the aquifer layer yet. That's a couple levels more downward, but you're starting to get the idea. We're just going to dig a hole so that the surface of the aquifer will be exposed to the cold air. And let's pause one more time. And here it almost is. Yeah, there we go. Now down here we're going to dig down yet again. Are we in the aquifer level here yet? No, doesn't look like we are, because we should take some extra care when we enter the aquifer level. So this level, yeah, should be still safe to dig down. And yeah, you don't see any water streaming in yet, so this is fine. Also, this should go fast enough. This zone is a lot smaller and the miners are getting some skills now, so they'll dig faster and faster. Okay, come on guys. There we go. Well, down here, let's start channeling again, but be careful. You don't want your miner dudes to get stuck, so I'm going to do this one bit at a time, because sometimes they get really stupid and they can get themselves stuck. Now they've already channeled the hole and there's already ice in here. You can see there's a damp ice wall. Because this is exposed to the surface now, it's turned into ice because it's this damn cold, it's freezing. And this is also why they can die, because yeah, the dwarves are stupid. Maybe they'll let themselves fall in the water while channeling out, and then they'll die because they'll be frozen. Also, I don't want them to stand in the middle, so let's do it something like this. And not a single dwarf death? No, not yet. They're sleeping, I bet now. No, someone is coming now. Okay, well, anyway, now we have the aquifer layer completely frozen. And we should be able to start our staircase here. So let's do that. Although it might be that this level there might be multiple layers of aquifer we know here. You know what? We're going to dig down the same way. We're going to channel again. Channel another hole, see what happens. Pause the game as well. Now they'll channel out to the ice walls. And there won't be any water in here. Mostly because there's a ring of ice around this place. And this is holding the aquifer water out. If I press D, yeah, these walls, these hold all the water. And yeah, the ice holds water as well because it's ice. But it won't flow out of the ice because it's frozen. But yeah, it won't flow out of these walls. But now we look fine here. Also, well, let's start a downward staircase here. See if we can actually go down. That should work. take the down staircase and levels downward. I think I did, at least. A down stairway here. Yes, please. Guess I didn't do that top one correctly. Well, now I did. And hey, I've gone through the aquifer, and there's even lignite under here. And dolomite. Oh, that's one of the best kinds of rocks. There's probably lots of metal here. But hey, now I've pierced the aquifer. I've gone through it, frozen it over, and I could start my fort normally from here on out. So, problem solved again. But, well, we're not always that lucky. We don't always start in a frozen zone. But if you're starting in a frozen zone, this is the best way to get through an aquifer. It's the easiest way. But, well, now you know that technique. We're going to move on and try the plug method, which is a little bit more dangerous and a bit more fun. And, well, I'm going to abandon the fortress again and start a new one. I'll be back in a second. Okay, back in game. So, freezing method done. We're going to move on towards the plug method, which is one of the normal ways to go through an aquifer. And to show that, let's start on an island. Islands usually have an aquifer and are hard to get through. Islands also have the added bonus that the elves normally won't come there, the humans won't either, so that's not annoying traders showing up every time, if you find that annoying, as I sometimes do. Let's start here. There's a rocky wasteland over here. Let's see, there's quite some stuff on this island. Let's see, this is quite an area. Also, let's check for height differences. Well, there's a couple of levels here. Should work out, and there's an aquifer probably in all three zones. Yes, there is. Well, let's take a look at these zones. There's some dunes. There's a temperate shrubland, and there is a temperate conifer forest. So, forest, shrubs, and rocky waste. But all with an aquifer. So, let's embark here. And yeah, there's salt water because this is on an island. Yeah, fuck that. We're going to just move on. And let's see, this one is called Past Fortress. Strike the Earth. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this zone. There's a zone over here. This goes down a level over here. There's still some trees, and there's the rocky wasteland here in the northwest, and trees and stuff in the east. Well, let's start digging down. There's probably an aquifer here, and I hope it's more than one level down. That's usually the case. Let's check. Like this, I should have a... Oh, I don't have a staircase down yet. Misclicked somewhere. This level, yes. And a up and down stairways on top. Okay, so we're going to dig down over here. Let's find the aquifer. It's already found. Okay, well, let's check this place. Let's see, there's at least 2 levels above it. That's luckily the minimum we need to actually get through this aquifer. And we're going to try plugging it. This will take a little bit more time, but well, here we go. First of all, yeah, there's an aquifer here. Let's try digging out this little tile also to see the water flowing. And the level below it has also been cancelled because it's also an aquifer. So this aquifer is probably 2 layers deep, which is going to be a problem for the method I'm going to use, but I'm going to show you this first method first anyway. So let's start with that. First of all, let's start by chopping down some trees, and let's do it near to this hole we started. Also, let's move the map. I'm going to chop down quite an area here. That should be fine. Okay, then beneath here we're going to do some special things. We're going to try and plug the aquifer, which by dropping a level of rock into it. That's the plugging method, and that's the normal way to use it. We're going to need to do a couple of things, and yeah, we need to save this level and drop it down into the level below it, because to do that we'll also need to dig through this level. So let's start with this bottom level. Let's start with a normal zone like this again. And that should work. Yeah. Level above is we're going to save for now, and we'll do that later. First, let's have our dwarves dig this out. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now the bottom level has been dug out, which means this level is, yeah, sort of flying, but not yet. Now we're going to have to do something special, and that's channel the bottom level. If we don't do this, we don't expose the aquifer yet. But also, our dwarves can get stuck using this method, so let's do that carefully. Let's do this row by row, so our dwarves don't get killed. And this might take a while, but what I'm going to do is something like this. Make sure the dwarves, yeah, can't get themselves stuck by channeling out the entire area. And well, they dig around stupidly like this, but you get the idea. I'll do this to basically the whole level. See you guys in a second. Okay, nearly done. I took this out row for row, and now, come on, this should be done. Okay, now we have a level to drop this in, and you see the 6 is moving around, and now the pond here is completely filled. Now we're going to need to drop something in it, and I want a 5x5 zone. So this is the center. Let's mark that for a second. Oh, fuck. Let's mark that for a second, and well, I want a normal 3x3 staircase normally. So let's mark that for a second, but we need to dig around that. We need to have another layer around this, so it'll be a 5x5 zone, and you can't dig that out on this level. You need to have that be there, because, well, it'll need to have the soil in it, which needs to fall. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig out normally around here, something like this. But this will be the tile which will need to be removed, so we're going to, well, make this a little bit bigger. You know what? This should be enough. Like this. Make sure it can get here, and let's remove these middle staircases. So that will be where this stair will be, but this is the block we're going to drop, and let's dig that out. This should go pretty fast. This is one of the soil levels, and they're getting some skill by now again. So digging out this level. On the top side, by the way, the trees should be getting cut, and it looks like they are. Good. Okay, this is done. Now we're going to make this start floating by channeling out around this hole. Also, I don't want these to be channeled. Let's do it like this. Now the dwarf should not be stupid enough to fall down in one of these holes. And this, this rock will be starting to start floating, but it's still held up on the top side. Yep, it's holding up now. Now here on the top side, this is the only layer. The floor here basically is the only thing which is holding this up. So on the top side we're not going to need to do the same. Let's see, and it is. Let's start here. Let's move it here. Let's not channel out the center because we don't need to do that. And a smart thing to not have your dwarves die is to leave a tile on the left side, always on the left side, because when a dwarf digs out a tile, they usually stand on the tile left of it and then dig out this tile. It's something you've noticed in Dwarf Fortress. So let's dig out this little pattern over here and leave that one tile. This will hold up the entire plug. Okay, there we go. It's done. It's just ready to drop now. So here we have a lower level, which is just a channeled out pond. Here is the middle level, which is the block we're going to drop, and at the top level, well, there's only this little tile holding it on, so let's drop it. And let's make sure there's no dwarves down there, but Well, the dwarves don't have any reason to go down there. Also, it looks like some wood dropped in the hole over here, but who cares? So we're going to drop this down. Let's channel it, and now the dwarf should channel this from the left side and not fall down with the block itself. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And a section of the cavern has collapsed. We've dropped the rock. We've dropped the plug. It's fall down, and let's let the water equalize a little bit. Now there's ones of water on this, and if I check down a level, yeah, there's a block of soil in this level now. And in this we can start digging. So, well, let's do that. First, my dwarves can't get here yet. There's 2 levels of water here. So we need to create some floors so my dwarves can get there. And, well, we have enough wood. And this is also why I put some wood in my embark, so you can actually do this. And also some rock, so you can make mechanisms. Well, that's the things placed already. There you go. Now let's start digging down. Let's start a 3x3 staircase. And I hope this actually works. This might be, because there might be a second layer of aquifer below this. And we'll see this soon enough. Let's check what the miners are doing. They're digging, and they've found here a level of damp stone. Let's let them dig some more. It's pausing a whole lot. They're cancelling that because, well, there's damp stone here. And yeah, if I look at this, it's at a second level of aquifer. There's also ones in here, but that's because there were ones on top here and who just fall down if you channel through them. Now let's take a look at this place. This will start filling up again because, yeah, we've hit a second layer of aquifer. Now if there wasn't a second layer of aquifer here, we would be done. We would be getting through to the rock. But here, the level below this seems like it is aquifer free, or at least, yeah. Well, this is wet here. It might even have a third layer of aquifer, but that's also because there's water on top here now. So this trick didn't work, but we would have been done if this was a 1 level aquifer, but it isn't. So we're going to move on to trick number 3, or whatever. It's the rings method, and this is just a new one I just learned about myself yesterday. It's just I found this on the wiki, and I should give props to the people who thought about it. Here on the Dwarf Fortress wiki, if you search for aquifer, you get to this page, and here's also a little representation of what I just did, just plugging the hole. Just, yeah, first you dig a hole, then you dig some stairs, get the way out the stairs, and drop the block down and channel through it. That was the idea here, but it's not working. But for multiple layers we can deal with that if we use rings, multiple rings, and apparently Renea, or however you pronounce that, has used thought of that or something. If you click on that you get this page, and she has done a couple of things, or he, I have no idea if that's male or female. And if you click on this image, you get an idea of what to do. Now this is hard to explain. It's easier to show you on film, I think. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop down multiple rings. First an outer ring, then we're going to pump out the water which is still in the inner ring, and then we're going to drop an inner plug into that ring. So let's start doing that. That's the last method, and well, we're 30 minutes in. This will probably take some more time. Okay, let's get a nice clean area and dig out a big area of trees again, because we're going to need some extra room for this. Because we're going to need to design a couple of things for this. First, well, we should really start with the bottom level. Actually, let's start with the middle level. We're first going to design the plug. So the idea is, again, first we want to drop something like this. Actually, let's not dig this through yet. this will be the center plug. But this will also need to be dig out, and the same for the other side. So I'm going to do this, well, not the most effective way possible, but to keep this safe, just going to do something like this. Then we're going to have this ring as our outer ring. Yeah, and have a way to get around that. There. So first we'll drop this outer ring layer of rock, then later on the middle layer. We should also connect this to a staircase, by the way. Let's do that as well. Top level here should be a downward staircase. Also there should be a way into here from the top, so let's do that. Let's do that on this tile. So now people can get into the middle part. Also this should be removed. Okay, this should work. Yeah. And on the lower level we're going to need to dig out a big zone, and we're going to channel a big zone. Let's dig out the same size here, like this, and we're going to channel that as well. First, my dwarves have a lot of digging to do. Let's let them dig this first. I'll start here with some work in the inner ring, but I've designed this. I'll be back in a second when the dwarves have dug all this out. Okay, this level is dug out. This one isn't yet. I cancelled this for a second because dwarves can dig retardedly, stupidly long sometimes. The top part is clear of trees. You know what? Let's also make a little bit of a wood stockpile, so all the wood will be hauled away. Well, and while the dwarves are working down here, we need to do another thing. Now later on, while we drop the outer ring, the middle ring would also drop if we just drop the outer ring. So we need to connect the middle to someplace else, otherwise it will drop immediately. And to do that, we're going to use some of this wood. I'm going to make just a simple upstairs here in the middle, and going to do the same somewhere outside of these rings, like here. And we're going to make a wooden pathway over the floor there, so we connect to the middle. And there we go. That's those two built. Now the levels above that, I will build a down staircase. Now I could also do this with walls, and that's what the wiki recommends, but I like doing this with a little stairway. It's a little connecting stairway that should work. Once this top level is built over here, there it is. We can connect this all with a floor between here, and 10 logs of that. And this should do. With this done, we should connect. We'll have anchored the middle part of the plug, so it doesn't drop in one go. And that's a very important thing for this rings method. You need to do this, otherwise if you don't, then if you start dropping the outer ring, the inner plug will also just drop at the same time, and this won't work like that. So you need to build something like this. Now also I will need to channel out this bottom level when the dwarves are done here, and it looks like this will take a while. Well, first let them dig out that part. Also let's dig on top. The carpenter is working here, making floors for everywhere there. And well, we're nearly done. Okay, now we need to channel out the area, and let's see, we need to channel out until at least like here. So yeah, the entire area. You know what, let's start doing this vertically instead. Now I'm going to use the same method I've used here to channel out the bottom level safely. Use something like this. Well, you get the idea. I'll have to do that, and I'll see you guys again in a second. Okay, nearly done. This took a whole long time, but yeah, it needed to be done. Needed to have dug this entire area out. And now we can move on to the more interesting parts of this ring drop. Okay, there we go. Now this level is completely clear, and yeah, the level above it has the outer ring, which is ready to be dropped. Also the level above here has the connection built. Yeah, here's the log floor all over here, so this should work. Okay, let's start dropping the outer ring. First we'll need to channel through on this level. Let's do that. And since the dwarves are retarded, let's start just with the outer ring before the outer part of the outer ring before we start with the inner part of the outer ring. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now the inner part of the outer ring, and well, the top level is still connected, so this should be all fine. Now they're going to move in again. This should work a little bit faster since it's in a circle like this, but no, they're still retarded by going here, then there, then here, then there, but well, that's a dwarf for you. And there we go. Also, did someone fell through over there? I think he did. Yep. The idiot got himself fallen in here and he's drowning now. But, maybe he can get out? Nope, he's dead. He's dead, Tim. Ah, well, that's what happens with things like this. He stood on the tile he wanted to channel through and he fell to his death. Which is, well, unacceptable loss if you ask me. But, okay, now we need to do the same thing on the top level, and let's hope we don't lose our miner with this time. Oh fuck, we should have cut more trees here. Let's do that first. Let's give that command, and well, we can start channeling through here. I should be way more careful with this. Wait 1 second. Would be faster to just start on this corner, look down, move it towards here, and then cancel the middle part. That'll be way faster. And it'll still be safe because there's a tree hanging on here. Also, I'm going to do the same with the middle part. Well, now we know where to dig, so we can just dig it out like this. Also, there's 2 trees like this. So let's dig this out. This should still be fine, and hopefully the dwarf won't kill himself this time. Stupid, stupid, stupid dwarves. First time I tried this, it was, well, not on video of course, and the dwarves didn't kill themselves. Here he has been found drowned. Yep, because you're an idiot. Shouldn't dig out the tile beneath you. Also, this dude isn't happy now, probably. Yeah, because the miner died, but oh well, can't have everything. His best friend died. Well, we continue digging. And nearly done. Also, the woodcutter is nearly done. You know what? One of these other dwarves can probably start mining. You are now also a miner. Probably doesn't have a pick though, since the pick is probably underwater, but oh well. Yeah, that seems like it's helping. Okay, looks like all this is done. Now let's save everything except for this tile, since all the wood has been cut as well. Huh? Oh, these 2 tiles, these look weird, but that's because there's the causeway, the walkway above them, but they aren't. They are dug out. It is open space over here. Yeah, there weren't any trees here, so that makes sense. So let's channel out these tiles as well. And even this one, since this is connected to the middle part, which is connected to the causeway, and this will be the tile holding up the outer ring. And this should all be very safe. Okay, now though the interesting part comes. We're going to drop the outer ring. This is all which is holding it up, and since I'm holding it from the left side here, if I do something like this, the dwarves should only drop the outer ring. And let's see. It has dropped. Let's let the water here move for a little while. Actually, that will stay moving, but if we look down a level, hey, we have dropped the outer ring. Also, what's going on over here? Did you fall in anyway? He fell in anyway. Well, there goes my second miner. And now I have a problem. If he isn't getting out himself... He got out. Okay, he got out. Good. I need that pick. Maybe should have brought some extra picks with me. Now we know we have an inner pool and an outer pool because we dropped that outer ring. And we're going to need to pump out this inner ring. And that'll take some more work. First of all, let's make sure the miner can get off that platform with a little bit of floor here. And then we're going to need some other things. First let's do this. You know what, let's put in a second piece of floor as well, because we're going to need to pump somewhere, like here on the left. That'll work. Yeah. Now there's also lots of water here going around, but we'll take care of that soon enough. Now the floor has been built and the miner should be able to get out. He's still very unhappy though. Well, at least as long as you don't lose your pick, dude. Okay, this has been placed. Now we're going to do something special. We're going to dig a channel here and place some walls here. Or actually, need to do something else. We need to create a pump. And to do that we also need a mechanics workshop. We have built a carpenter and a craftsdwarf over here. And we're going to need both. Also we're going to need someone else who is an engineer, a mechanic. So let's give you the mechanics option. And what, pump operating as well. As you see, the water moving around here looks pretty weird. It will fix itself in the future. Okay, that hole has been dug. Okay. Now we need that mechanic. And we're going to need some rock as well here on, because you can only make mechanics from rocks. Luckily I take some rocks with me in all my embarks. That's why I put that gypsum in that embark. But you can't use gypsum for mechanics normally. Like if I do AT now, this won't work because there's no rock. It needs non-economic hard rock. But we have that gypsum, which is an economic rock, and we're going to tell our stone stockpile that gypsum is okay to use. So we're going to use Z, go to stone, and in here should be gypsum somewhere. Yeah, it's red. If I press enter on it, then it will become green. And now the gypsum can be used to make mechanisms. I'm going to create a couple of mechanisms out of those. Also, at the carpenter, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need a pipe section, a wooden corkscrew, and a block. Where's the block again? Construct wooden blocks. Pipe section, not a table. Pipe section, corkscrew, and a block. And a mechanism. Well, Mason is already doing the masonry. He's using the gypsum to create some gypsum mechanisms now. It's a waste of the gypsum, but well, that's is also why I took that gypsum with me. So that will happen. In meanwhile, we can start designing some things down here. Now we're going to make a pump on the left side, and it'll pump to the left to this little hole, but I want some walls near that, so the water can't flow out. So I'm going to place some walls here as well. You know what? We can also use a second carpenter. Hunter, you're not doing any hunting, so you can also be a carpenter, and you can also be a carpenter. Sure. That should speed up things a little bit. He's almost done. He's still creating mechanisms. And looks like Hunter is actually building those walls. And there they come. Okay, with this done, I should have all I need for a screw pump. So let's make that. Let's BMS. Be capital S. Let's change it so it pumps from the east. Set it on this tile, so it's pumping from the middle pool to this outer pool and press enter a couple of times since I have all the items. And well, when that is done, should be soon enough. Also, wow, this is taking a long time. 45 minutes in and not nearly done yet. It's going to be an hour video, I guess. But oh well, it's aquifers. Let's see. Yeah, it's done now. Okay, let's build 2 more walls here out of wood, so the pumped water can't go out anymore. I was trying this before I built the walls, and the water kept flowing the guys out of the pump into the middle pool, and that was a problem. But like this, the water will be pumped from the middle to this tile and fall down here, and it won't have any other place to go, so this should be fine. So let's start pumping. I gave one dwarf the pump operator job, so one should come soon enough. You know what? Miner, you are now also a pump operator. Or now you are. Someone actually doing the job yet? No? Here he comes. Operate pump. And now he'll start pumping out the middle lake. And all the water is disappearing in this little tile. It sounds very weird, and that's also because aquifers can absorb infinite amount of water, and we are abusing that. It can give infinite amounts of water. It can also absorb infinite amounts of water. And well, the middle pool is nearly empty. Let's wait until all the tubes are gone. And let's see, that might take a while. Let's wait a while. Okay, all the tools are nearly gone, but some of the water is starting to evaporate. Oh, there they are. They're all gone. Let's stop the pump. And now we have this. We're going to go inside here. We'll need a way to go inside here, by the way. So we'll need to build a stairway down. B, C, D. Build a downstairs here. Out of lodge. That should go on soon enough. Yeah. Now on the lower level we build an upstairs. Right here in the middle. Okay. And should be done any moment now. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a way to get into the inner pool. Okay, now we need to dig down again. We need to breach the second layer of aquifer, so we're going to channel again. And actually we only need a channel around here, so let's see. This should work out. Oh, but of course the dwarves are stupid and I can't do it in one try like this. If I do this, I'm sure to lose my miner. He'll get himself stuck somewhere. So let's dig this out one tile at a time again. I like this. And if I look at the level below it, yeah, it's filled with water again. But we're going to use the plug for that. That's why we're using this rings approach. And oh, it would be helpful if I pause. Well, I'll dig out this little inside pond and see you guys in a second again. Okay, it just became summer, so we had a little saving break, and the inner pond is nearly done as well. Come on, miner guy. There you go. Okay, now the middle lake is filled again, but we have our way down into the lower levels. Okay, now it's time to drop the center ring, the center plug. And well, let's start digging that out. That's the same way. Oh, also, last time I did this outer layer of platform fell, so we're going to connect this outer layer of platform so it won't fall and we won't lose any more dwarves. Pine log is fine for that, sure. Okay. This should start working on the same time. And here come some of the wood guys as well. And yeah, now there's a pathway over here to the center this extra ring. Now if you used a more compact version, then you wouldn't need to do this, but yeah, this is the way which seems pretty safe. Also, it's sleeping time for my miner dwarf, so let's pause the video. Okay, he's done sleeping. Also, apparently I have no more food available, which is a very bad thing, so I've started a little kitchen up top here, made some barrels and started some food and gathered some plants. So we should have some food available, but now it's time to drop that middle ring. This part has been completely channeled out. Yeah, it's time to drop the plug. Now we're going to need to do this on the top level. Now it's completely safe to dig out this, since it's still connected by the little pathway over here, and we're going to destroy this pathway to drop the middle plug. So this should still all be fine digging this out, and hopefully he just doesn't drop himself to his death. That would be very bad. What is he doing? Going back down, back up, being stupid, but well, that's dwarves for you. Probably said that multiple times in this video, and said that lots of times in this video, and pause this video lots of times as well too. Now, yeah, everything's done. Okay, now the little causeway here is connected by this wooden path, and the center plug is connected by this path. And why are you going there? No one should go to the middle path, middle plug, because we're going to drop the middle plug. If I remove this tile, with this construction, that should drop the middle plug into the hole down here. And let's see, someone actually doing it and standing on the right tile as well, so he won't fall himself. Smart man. Now when he is done, yeah, a section of the cavern has collapsed. Let's let that collapse. Let's have the water go to, and now have a look down all the way here. That's our water done, and I think we should be through now. Now let's create a way onto this platform. Let's wait until someone actually brings in that little piece of tile. They should still be able to get there from, yeah, here at least. Is it built already? No, still being made. Hunter's actually doing the job, yeah. Come here, Hunter. And now it's been built. Okay, now we can start our center staircase. Let's start it again, 3 down. And this seems all with water, but they should be fine now. Let's start digging. Wait for a miner to show up. Is our miner doing something else? No. You really should start doing this now. There he is. Huh? There he was. Where are you, miner? What are you doing? Oh god. He's miserable. You know what, miner? You are hereby relieved from mining. Hopefully you'll drop your pick. Probably not when he's this miserable. You know what, woodcutter, you can go mining as well. You can go mining. Oh god. I think he dropped his pick. No, that's a training axe. Are you still holding your pick? Yes, you are. Okay, he's so miserable, he's not doing anything. Maybe if I turn mining on again for him. He's moving around like an idiot. Fuck. I'm so close, miner, dude. How about you just do that job or you die? Starving, thirsty, and miserable. He's starving also. Why isn't anyone cooking? I should have some extra stuff to be cooked. You know what? Everyone can do farming. You can do farming. You can do farming. Everyone can do all farming jobs. Just create some food. Should have enough in the barrel. And otherwise, making plants should work as well. They just need some food. Come on. Oh, This is what you get for not starting your food fortress soon enough. Your dwarves run out of food and they get very, very miserable. Why was that job cancelled? I should have, like, well, multiple things like milk and milk and milk. Fuck. Other idea, plant gathering then. Some of these plants should really be able to be eaten. You get some berries and can create some food with that. Also, let's put Hunter on the hunting. You are expedition leader, I think. Who was the hunter? Is he dead already, maybe? Herbalist, planter, herbalist. He is the hunter. Okay, you go hunting. Because I'll probably need some extra wood bolts. I'm so close. I just need to dig down, guys. Just stop starving for a second and do it, please. Where is that miner? Where is he? He's over here sulking next to a tree. Plant gathering is happening. Should have some things to cook now, right, guys? Oh, looks like someone's having a little blood party over here. No idea what he's doing. Oh, he probably did step on the tile, this sucker, and fell down and hurt his right upper leg. What an idiot. Okay, something's happening. Taking a barrel, cooking something. Hopefully a whole load of stack of meals, so the miner will start eating and doing something again. Come on, still have some drinks, right? Yeah. Can't go without drinks for a while, because, well, there's not enough water on this map, especially with the aquifer, but let's add a water zone anyway. Oh, that's another way to make some... get some dinner for my dwarves. Make a fishing zone, maybe. Put fishing on one of them. So close, so fucking close. This is now a fishing zone. You're hurt. You can also fish. Go fish up to something. We'll also need a fishery then. I think he is cooking though. Are there actually some meals in here? There's dwarven beer biscuits and dwarven ale biscuits. We're cooking the beer into food. You know what? Let's not do that with the rest of our food. But there's food now. Okay, miner dude, eat. He just went past the kitchen. Should have taken some extra picks with me, then I wouldn't have had this problem. It's not like I can make a pick easily as well, since I don't not at the rock yet. There's no metal I can use yet. There's nothing I can use outside here anyway. I really need to get through the aquifer first before I can start forging. This is hilarious. Oh fuck, man. So fucking close. Maybe you just need to kill the miner. Maybe you need to kill him in a safe spot. You still carrying that pick? You're carrying nothing. You are carrying nothing. Huh. Really? You're carrying water everywhere, but no items. You're running around babbling. Yeah, you're completely insane. Or maybe is this being dug out yet? No. Maybe all the dwarves are insane. Okay, about Mason, you have no job. You can go mining. Pick up the pick. It should be somewhere. Right? Please? Nope. Where did the pick go? If I build a weapon trap, maybe. There's gypsum mechanisms there. There is a pick somewhere. This is a copper pick. Can I not put it in there? Well, let's build a weapon trap like this. Maybe to drag the pig there, then I unmake it and it'll be built. Okay, there it goes. You know what? I'll just cancel the trap. There we go. This should be the pig. Yes, it is. Now, everyone can go mining. I already put on mining for everyone, I think. Yeah. Now, mine, motherfuckers, please. Mine. Pick up the pick. Mine. All of you. Then all the problems are solved and I can be done with this video. Oh, come on. This is fucking terrible. This is Dwarf Fortress. Oh, migrants. That'll solve the job. One of those guys can go mining. Maybe there's actually a miner with an extra pick in there. Let's make sure I have a meeting area as well. Because migrants go to a meeting area. There you go. Okay, you dude, you can go mining. You can go mining. You can go mining. You're a piglet. Okay, one of these dudes should start mining. Come on, migrants. You have to save our day. Also, there's enough food right now. Yeah, there's biscuits and there's beer. Well, what more do you need? Oh, maybe him? You can go mining. Now you're probably not going fishing now. Ah, idiots. Are miners still running around babbling? Running around babbling. Completely insane. And here are guys, and the other guy's light's bleeding. He's thirsty and unhappy. Yeah, guys, you aren't happy. We know. Why aren't the migrants doing it, though? I have 2 masons now. You have mining. You also have mining. Go mine! There's a pick. Oh, fuck me. Well. Oh, fuck me. Dwarfs. Well, couldn't have an Aquifer video without Schadenfreude. Hope you guys enjoying this at least. Okay, you're actually doing a job. You're making wooden bolts. Okay, you are now relieved from everything. No fishing, no hauling, no crafts, no other things. You're just a miner. You know what? Let's also make a weapon stockpile. Maybe that's it, because it's not in a weapon stockpile. That's the problem or something. Here it's now a weapon stockpile. Go do it. No? No. Come on, Mason dude, you! Okay, you are relieved from all other types of things as well. Just mining. Just mine. That was so close as well. I only need to do is dig through these levels, and I've probably gone through the aquifer then, and then you would know. And this video would be over. Only my dwarves don't agree. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, the original miner's still running about babbling. There is food and there is drinks. Well, there's not much drinks left. How about if I make a still? Make a still so there's more drinks to be had. Also, let's gather some more plants. Let's make a food stockpile while we're at it. It goes over that little hole, but that's okay. Still one picking up that meat. Picking up that pick. I wonder what's going wrong here, because I do have the pick. I know I have it, and it is laying there in a stockpile. Maybe if I remove the stockpile from under this tile. Now we'll have to drag it towards the other tile. Will they at least do that? They will. I don't get it. Seriously. Also, still is done. You know what? Let's brew some drinks. You guys can have some drinks. There's one of the plants they've gathered probably will be enough to brew some drinks, and we should have enough barrels. Let's create a couple of extra barrels to be sure. And there are digging commands which I've given. What else can this be? What treachery is going on here? Maybe some bug or something. Oh well. Okay, this isn't going to work. I am just giving up. Or hey, someone actually picked up the pick. Well, I said while I was giving up. Is he actually doing some mining jobs? Where did he go? It was one of the farmers, I think. You were it, I think. Okay, you're relieved from hauling now. Maybe we'll start mining then? He picked up the pick. Or is this actually being dug out now? No. But if I give some more digging commands here, like this. There you go. Now he's getting a bucket. Giving some water. Okay, let's follow the dude. Because this is interesting. At least he has picked up the picker. It's not this dude, it's probably the other farmer. And where is the other farmer? Here. You. Don't you have it? No? What is this madness? Seriously. Should be one of them. Maybe the one which is on break? Yeah, he is on break. Okay. He should be getting out of break. We're following him now. Also, I need a sip of cola. So, come on, dude. I give up? No? This is what I did last time. I said I give up, and then he picked up the pick. Oh, he's moving? What are you doing? He's actually digging! Holy shit! Okay, do the other digging jobs. Go down here, yeah! And go through here. Well, why is he doing it now? Why wasn't he doing it before? Also, there's still a little drop of water over there, but he's getting through, and we're getting through. We're through the aquifer. 10 minutes fucking later, we're through the aquifer. Fuck yes. Dwarves, why? Why dwarves? Why? They don't make any sense. Apparently this is a great place with magnetite and hematite and limonite, and there's even flux-stone, there's limestone walls, which is a great type of rock. But why didn't they pick up the pig for 10 minutes and now they suddenly do? I really am amazed. But okay, Schadenfreude aside, I've done it. I've used the multiple rings technique to go through the aquifer. I'm sorry, this is a weird moment for me, and I think you can understand why. God damn it, man. So yeah, okay, I've used the ring technique. You've seen it by now. If you're not, you rewind the video. But the idea: first drop that outer ring, pump out the middle pool, which is over from then, and then drop a middle plug to go through that. And that's the rings technique to get them through multiple layers of aquifer, just using like one layer of soil, or well, there's one layer you use and one layer beneath it to drop it through, but it's done. Yeah, so this technique, what I should also say, I'm using this now for 2 levels, but this can be scaled up. It would take a lot of work, a whole lot of work to go through like a 5-layer aquifer. You need to have intrinsic rings, rings among rings, and keep dropping the outer layer, pumping down the inner bath, dropping in a second layer, pump out the inner bath, pump out the third layer, pump out the inner bath. You get the idea. This is modular. You can go up and pierce through multiple levels of aquifer with it. But it'll take a long time to dig out. But it is possible, and this is a way to use it. It might be faster to go use another technique like a double slit technique, which is another way to go through these aquifers, which is also a pain to do, and I'm not going to do that because, well, I prefer dropping things like this. Oh, look, he's cute, cleaning the puke here. But yeah, this has been more than enough for this special Dia Vintage video with added Schadenfreude. And let's end the video here. 1 hour and 12 minutes. This has been more than long enough. Oh man. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Okay, that's been enough. Can't think of anything more. You should know all you need to know about aquifers by now, and that's it. I'll see you guys later.